let me show you how to manage your team in Hit Fantasy. So this is my team. As you can see, we have a starting lineup full of players, which is determined based on your league settings, which your league commissioner sets prior to the draft. So there are icons next to some of these players. There's a gold icon with a crown, which indicates that this player is your captain. And there's a silver icon next to one player with a crown, and that indicates they're your vice captain. So what this means is that one player in your team gets 2 times their normal points by making them captain. You can only assign the captaincy to players who haven't played yet in a given round, and the same goes for vice captain. So if you want to switch your captain and vice captain in the middle of the week, say, you have to choose somebody who's remaining unlocked. What do I mean by unlocked? So as you can see here, Arjun Tendulkar is in my starting lineup, and he is locked. So that means he's already played a game, so I am not allowed to switch any player for him. So if I try to switch Abhishek Sharma into my team, I'm not allowed to switch him for Arjun Tendulkar, even though the position swap is allowed. He is locked already, so we can't do that. I can switch him with Sanju Samson because Sanju is unlocked in this scenario. So Abhishek Sharma is now in my team. Say there's somebody who hasn't performed the way I wanted them to. Say Joss Butler is off to a rough start to the season, and I want to try somebody new. I want to try and get a new player on my team. So I have the option to drop him here. So we get the notification there, the pop-up, and then let's go to the Players tab. And now we can see the available players that are not on any team currently. So we have the option to add a player to our team. There are 2 ways you can do this. One, you can add them directly by doing a normal add. So let's take a look at that. I want Mohammad Shami on my team. So I have the option, it says I have 1 free spot on my team, so I don't need to drop anybody. So I'm able to just add him freely. But say you don't have a free spot, you must drop 1 player. So your team has to be of a certain size at all times, at least a maximum size. So since we are not at the maximum size currently, we can just add him freely. And we get the pop-up here, and boom, we have Mohammad Shami on our team. The second way you can add players to your team is through the priority claim. So as you can see, Joss Butler and Marcus Stoinis are on a claim compared to add with the rest of these players. So what that means is after a team drops one of their players, they're added to this claim list. So let's take a look at the dashboard and I'll explain it to you. As you can see here in the rightmost column, we have a waiver priority list here. So every team in the standings has a waiver priority number. So 1 through n number of teams in your league. And initially, this is determined by your draft position. So whoever picks last in the draft gets first claim once you initially create a league. But then, after each round, the waiver claim priority is updated based on the reverse of the table. So whoever's last gets the first waiver claim priority, and whoever's first gets the last waiver claim priority. So this updates each round depending on how the table shifts between each round. So let's take a look at some of the players that are on claim. So say I want to claim Marcus Stoinis. I have the option to claim him here, and since my team is full, I have to drop a player. I know I just picked up Shami, but now I'm feeling Stoinis. Let's pick him up. So I'll submit the claim. As you can see, since Arjun Tendulkar is locked and he's in my lineup, I'm not allowed to drop him when making a claim or when making a normal add. So I have submitted my claim here. So let's take a look at the waiver claim in the claims list that you have in your team. So there's a drawer that opens up when you click claims, and you can view all the claims that you have. Claims are processed within minimum 12 hours, maximum 24 hours, depending on when this player is dropped. So basically, the team that this claimed player goes to depends on that priority we showed before. So let me take a look here. Right now I am number 1 in the priority. I am this second team in the list, GOATs. So say this Rahula's team submits the same claim on Marcus Stoinis. Since I am first on this waiver claim priority, I get the first choice at Stoinis. So even if Rahul claims him, I will end up with Marcus Stoinis. But then after I claim and he's added to my team, my priority shifts to the end of this waiver queue. So basically, my waiver queue number is switched to 2, and Rahul is moved up 1 spot, so he's number 1. This remains true for any amount of teams that you have. So for example, let's say I'm in a 10-man league. So let's say I make a claim and then the claim is processed. I'm moved to number 10 in the priority list because I made that claim. So everybody else moves up 1 spot and I'm moved to last in the claim priority. Say there's somebody on another team that you really want on your team. You also have the option to trade for players that are on other teams. So you click the trades tab that's at the top here, and you have the option to view all of the teams that are there in the league aside from yours. So we could do multi-player trades, 1 for 1, 2 for 1, 3 for 2, all these options you have. So you're able to look through the other person's team, and let's say I want Surya Kumar Yadav on my team. So we can add him to this potential trade, and let's also add, I'll give Gaikwad and Arjun Tendulkar. That's a brilliant trade, I'd say. So I'm doing a 2 for 1 here. I'm able to review this trade offer right before I send it, and let me send it. So there. Now I've submitted a trade, and it's currently being reviewed by whoever I sent it to. So on their end, they're able to see that I've sent a trade, and they have the option to either accept it or reject it. So after making the trade, we can see that there is an active trade right now. So let me take a look at what he said. So as you can see in the bottom text there, it was rejected. So yeah, you can view all your trade statuses in this area, whether it's accepted, rejected, or there is no response yet. All right, so we've just received a trade. Let me take a look here. So as the person who receives a trade, you have the option to either reject or accept it. And as you can see, you're able to make cross-positional trades. So Yashasvi Jaiswal is a batsman, Heinrich Klaassen is a wicketkeeper, and Varun Chakravarti is a bowler. So you could trade a bowler for a batsman, bowler for a wicketkeeper, bowler for all-rounder, etc. So it's not like locked that you have to trade one position for another position. You can do interposition trades and such. So let me just show you what happens when you accept it. So I've accepted this trade, and now it's labeled as accepted. So now that we've accepted, the trade should be processed within a maximum of 24 to 48 hours. So that's all you need to know to manage your team on Hit Fantasy. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and make sure you draft your team before IPL starts. We'll see you guys next time.